Hello, folks, and welcome back. We will be jumping into Game 3 between Team Empire and Vega, seeing who can make it into that final match to decide who's qualifying, as we're all teeing up so that we are super ready for this game. So, who do you think's going to take it all, Blaze?
Well, I mean, strategically, we got to see a new side of Empire. Definitely a lot of high-tempo aggression and just some very well thought-out counterpicks. I definitely think that caught Vega off guard pretty early on. They still responded to it pretty well, but in the end, obviously, Empire just strategically had an advantage based on the fact that they were able to execute sufficiently in their lanes. So, moving forward, I think that Vega are going into this one a little bit wiser, but I still think that overall Empire favored.
Now that you've had some tea, do you have
I was
thoughts?
just blowing it. Yes. Does anyone know the difference between Irish breakfast tea and English breakfast tea?
One's luckier.
Okay. Alcohol production, I like it. Yeah, this is a very important question. Then we had tea options. I took the Earl Grey, and Shane's like, "Oh, Irish breakfast tea. What's Irish breakfast tea? I mean, I guess
That's
it's
what
just
he's
black
been
tea."
drinking, isn't it?
Well, it depends which one you take.
Yeah.
There's it's like a variety pack, so you get a bit of everything. So, we should be are we in a draft? Is there a draft?
I believe so.
Go to the draft.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sure people would rather look at that.
Go green and
Empire
blue.
get there, Enchantress.
Ooh, first stage this time. They really wanted it.
Yeah.
What was banned? So Oracle gets banned for the first time. It was picked both Game 1 and Game 2. It lost Game 1 and Game 2, but it's not because of Oracle, I want to say.
Sure.
What's up with the Zeus ban every game?
It was not banned Game 2, but it has been first stage banned a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I want to say, 50% plus of games that Zeus has been first stage banned.
No one enjoys the hero,
it's-
and
it's
the
good.
heroes that are picked up in Phase 1 most frequently are actually quite vulnerable to the heavy magical
Yeah.
nuke.
And it's really good at deep pushing as well, which is a big emphasis of these teams. I mean, like your DPs, Enchanters, like all these kinds of heroes that just want to group up, push a bit. Zeus is good against. The vision advantage as well often comes into play. But I think it's kind of like a trendy thing at the moment that teams are not comfortable versing it with the kind of heroes they play, which I don't think it's going to remain like a Phase 1 ban necessarily.
No, all depends on how squishy and how push-oriented the draft and the opener becomes. Obviously, if it's something where you don't have to really show your draft, let's say you get an Invoker and a kind of all-around support, then you're not as worried about a Zeus, because when you see the Zeus, you start picking heroes that aren't really as threatened by him.
Well, first AA pick of the series. That's a interesting kind of shift from Vega.
Especially without some other global presence to back it up, but maybe just worried. Obviously, Death Prophet and Enchantress both have, and even Bane,
All three
have
have
ways to
heals.
heal themselves up.
Yeah,
so
maybe it's
pretty strong.
the answer to the Soul Siphon. I haven't seen an AA versus DP yet.
Yeah, I really like the fact that the Ice Blast will still debuff when you're self-healed, so that means that the the Death Prophet doesn't have a get out of jail free card just by using that one item. She is going to be debuffed, she isn't going to be healing, and as a result, you might have what you need to burst her down.
All right, so Empire have Bane secure one of the two supports here. They're still looking for Havos here for the safe lane, no Sven available, and a kind of probably full position support. I feel like they need something kind of tanky in the front line, something that can also just offer some counter initiation, like the Shaker, even like as a support, still seems okay. Tusk seems amazing. It just doesn't seem like an Empire support pick that they like. So
No, you need something for the tri-lane. I think you go Visage. I think you're going to be taking a lot of damage. I think Vega Squadron are going to go for a very similar formation that we saw in Game 1.
with the Lone Druid safe lane.
Yeah, so safe lane Lone Druid, then go
okay.
Venge, AA, Gyro in the aggressive lane, and then you want something like a Visage to be able to respond in terms of damage output.
I'm curious to see how Lone Druid versus Enchantress 1-1 goes. I feel like it's pretty even, like they both farm there. I don't think it's heavily favored either way.
Yeah.
If I was asked to play one, I'd probably say I'd rather be the Enchantress.
I think you get come online faster. You get to be involved in the game in
Even
general.
as far as the lane goes, I think because you can grab the big creep, and if you find a stage, you win the lane.
Of course.
As
always.
Even other creeps though can give you a bit of an advantage against Lone Druid. And then once you get 2 points untouchable, Lone Druid can't really touch you. Like there's no risk of dying when Lone Druid hits level 5 with Entangle when you're in Enchantress. So I think that's a nice little factor for the Ench.
Oh, that was a fun jump there. What do you think for Vega? A mid-hero to tie it all together. I think Quap and so on's still in the pool, and there's a bit of lockdown.
Push
He
oriented
likes
DK.
Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
Not less push oriented, I guess. Wind Range is the hero that comes to mind when I think no one as far as what's left in the pool. DK seems good. We've seen so little DK lately. I think it's, I mean, because of how good Death Prophet just seems like DK on steroids right now. And how Vost Weaver. So why Weaver this game?
It's a very good question. Honestly,
Strong in lane, but
Can be quite slippery here.
But it's like why? Oh, I was about to say why Weaver of Gyro and Vega of Gyro. Of course. So comfort pick for Havost. It's good in the lanes. Can fight against an aggro tri-lane, and even if they, I guess if they have sentries, obviously you have to use Shikuchi. You can't just go running in expecting to get away with it, but I think it's a disruptive hero that it forces Vega to invest in sentries detection and can just kind of disrupt the tempo of the game a bit.
And if you actually look at like the hard lockdown coming in from Vega Squadron, you got Magic Missile, Homing Missile. Like if you swap a Weaver out of position, if you Ice Blast a Weaver, Time Lapse solves both those problems very easily. So I feel like in general it's just a really good Weaver game, and like you said, the Tri v Tri, he's going to thrive.
They still have terrible team fight. You're looking at like no real good control, AoE stuns, 4 squishy heroes at least for a big portion of the game until Death Prophet gets like Octarine Core tanks up, Weaver gets some kind of survivability item. So yeah, to me, Tusk would just be the hero that brings everything together for Empire, even if it's not a common support pick for them.
Gotta go Treant Protector. Get the Living Armor of the Weaver, the DP, man up.
Rather like, I think Sand King could be a possible, like 4 position Sand King.
You would prefer that over like an Earth Spirit?
Earth Spirit, I mean, I would prefer Earth Spirit if you've got an Earth Spirit player.
I don't think they have an Earth Spirit picker.
Okay. I think Earth Spirit's like the pick
I
for
think
Empire.
Funnick's a pretty big fan of the hero. I've heard.
Yeah, okay. I think he might like just DC and forfeit game 3 if his team picked it. Like, come on, guys, we had standards. Earth Spirit just got even better.
Yeah, what a fun pick. We don't get to see a whole bunch of puck, but it's more silence. So
what does No Fear play? Night Stalker's a hero he plays as a support sometimes. I guess he's maybe the Bane and Aloha's heroes last.
Still want to see Visage, but that's just because I'm a dirty Visage picker. And
I love Visage too.
He gives so much to this kind of a laning configuration.
I think he's a really bad pick here, though. Just like laning configuration, great, but then mid game it's like, we have all these single target heroes, no team fight, no wave clear, no stuns, no like your draft does nothing.
Got it.
Huzzah!
It's like a pseudo Tusk. Like you don't get the ball in, but you just run at him.
Iron Talon, let's go.
No, I think you go for the hard combat. Like you can get Iron Talon maybe like 7 or 8 minutes, but you don't.
It's the go black way. You gotta.
No, because this is like
you don't go half go black. You go full go black.
No, because if they were the aggressors and they were going in the off lane, then I would say yes, because you can kind of pick and choose if you want to commit to the try or if you just want a good dual lane and then the tree goes to the side. The way Goblak does it is like he's essentially it's like a 2.5 lane. You just heal half in the jungle. Doing the Iron Talon thing, and then you can contribute to the lane in your own special way. Here, I feel like since Vega Squadron are taking that aggressive position, and they're going to be looking to use that Radiant Hardcamp side pull to really limit Havos farm, you have to go for combat items on the tree.
Does Phase Shift stop Soul Siphon? It doesn't, right? Or what's
no clue.
Okay. Excellent.
Blaze, I defer to you on this one.
Soul Siphon, pretty new.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. I don't know if any of us have seen that interaction yet.
I mean, Static Link still sticks, so I'll say Soul Siphon still sticks.
And you just don't probably take damage while...
you
don't take damage while Phase Shifted.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's just...
Okay. Good one, Parker.
You're just helping us, making us look good. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll just... just by comparison, I'll just keep saying the stupidest shit possible.
I'll take anything I can get.
Man, they really should have gone Sniper here.
Sniper's not bottom of the barrel pick.
He's not been touched in this entire qualifier.
I
Who
still
else
think
is
there's
it? What you had the list earlier? Sniper.
Yeah, Huskar, of course. Ricky.
Huskar actually is bottom of the barrel, I think.
Yeah, he definitely is.
He got some heavy-handed nerfs, not too kind.
And he wasn't even OP. That's the hilarious thing. There's certain Huskar.
There's
Huskar combos.
We talked about this yesterday.
Huskar combos are OP. Huskar as a hero, not OP.
Yeah.
I don't care because I don't like the hero. He changed how Dota's played. I don't mind seeing him gone, but I don't. At the end of the day, I don't think it was really OP. It was just a plague on.
And that plague would have been a lot worse if he hadn't been destroyed.
Huskar Oracle, that's some good shit.
Huskar
Venno also hasn't been picked, right?
Venomancer has not.
Yeah, Venno's pretty low tier, but
I feel like there's still some NA teams who try to run him off lane. Maybe it's too.
I think Warlock's better than Venomancer, and he hasn't been picked.
I think Warlock's better than Venno.
And then Elder Titan.
Venno's probably bottom 10, yeah.
Now, Elder Titan's one that I think you can make a place for him. It's really hard though.
Yeah, it's always a laning issue with that
Got an
hero.
Iron Talon.
If you're picking
Yeah.
Elder Tide, you may as well get like an Omni Knight or something. Like he's equally bad in the lanes and like has no presence in the early game, but then he like does so much more in the mid game
Yeah.
when he gets levels in an item or two.
Omni Knight is really popular in the America scene.
Bonus armor is actually a lot more common.
Iron Talon first item. No fear, knows what's up.
Boom.
That's what I'm talking about.
We lost. We lost.
I think when I say Iron Talon, I was not expecting him to get starting item. I was expecting like a boots into Iron Talon. But I'm even happier. I'm an Iron Talon supporter. I'll random a support. Tell my team I'm buying Iron Talon. I'll buy Courier. I'll buy a Ward, but I'm getting Iron Talon, and then I'll go to the jungle.
Once you go Black, you never go back.
What is Solo saying? He said that last time. I'm assuming it's an equivalent of good luck, have fun.
Not
Udachi
sure.
something?
It's a code word for all the people out there
Yeah. Some cool cats in
to
the
let
know.
them know where to place their rares.
It looks
Too
like.
late.
So
True.
what's going on with the lanes right now? We obviously they know the potential of the tri-lane bottom, but right now we're seeing Lone Druid closer to it. Is Lone Druid just jungling?
Yeah, it looks like Lone Druid's gonna offlane. Has he got? What's he spend his money on? Possibly his Stout Shield, and he'll go.
Yeah, just
Iron
Stout Shield.
Talon. I mean, Lone Druid, Iron Talon. There we go. This is gonna be some greed from both teams, perhaps.
Mhm.
I guess Vega just decided they want to go for the more standard lane conventional setup here. Whoa, here we go.
Yeah. It just means Lone Druid's
Some
gonna
fun
have
happening.
a slow start.
They blocked the Enchantress big
Yes.
camp. I like it. They blocked both Enchantress big camps. That is how you verse an Enchantress off lane.
They're just making sure that she does not get the good RNG. Like, especially if you block both, very low chance you're getting that shockwave
Well,
creep.
and even if you get like a mediocre to bad at RNG, it's still like you're.
Can be helpful.
She's already
Yeah.
taking care of it, dude. She's gonna deward this and no problem at all.
This is essential.
Oh yeah, eat it.
Okay.
Eat it.
She's
Fine.
gonna give her 430 seconds. She gets the
Nice.
first spawn.
And then
Boom.
she should be out. It should be a very easy D-ward on the other big camp as well. Like when you go up there and you try
Yeah.
grab your second creep and realize there's no camp there. That spot is so common.
And
That.
she's already at it.
All right.
What did she?
Come on,
Oh,
Casper.
come
You
on,
gotta
come on.
know. Seeing what creep Enchantress gets level 1.
He
This is
doesn't
like the
count.
most important thing right now.
This honestly is like if Ogre Magi gets ulti proc.
There's like, well, the first thing you see like maybe is the mid lane creep block. Then you want to see the Enchantress level 1 creep.
And
Bear's
the
not
bear
getting
is
Nightmare.
stolen.
Bear shenanigans.
Yeah.
That's something.
Where's the
Not
nightmare? Bane, do your job.
Enchantress taking a long time
Bane
on that
is
camp.
mid.
Oh, going for the double kill on the camp. It looks like. Yeah, Enchantress is gonna clear the camp twice. And grab 2 creeps, I guess.
Tree
before
having a
killing.
trouble with his Iron Talon jungling. He started Clarity and he is dropping low.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's all part of the plan.
So Enchantress still hasn't gone to lane. We saw some shenanigans for Bane in mid, but other than that, we got Tree just having a blast, and Weaver seems to be doing
I
fine.
think because it's such a such a strong trial lane.
Troll.
Venge AA Gyro and didn't get a state here.
Yeah.
You can't go to that lane and expect to stay alive against Venge AA Gyro until you, I don't know, you need level 3 probably, maybe even more.
This Creequilibrium is such a mess. I feel like they really should be able to limit Mag's farm early here.
They're fixing it now with a Bane pull, it looks like.
Yeah.
It's hard once he gets that Baron behind you and grabs a creep wave, it just messes with everything.
And Bane must have felt that he was needed mid. So
Yeah.
again, we can see Nofia getting very low on that tree.
I think it's been scouted out now. I'm not sure what
He's
they
going,
can do
like,
about this.
What's the point of Iron Talon jungling if you're just gonna walk back to Fountain? Like, I feel like you need HP regen.
Okay, it looks like Enchantress in a little bit of a pickle, but doing basically no damage. And look at those
That's
autos.
Tornado too.
Even
It's
with
getting
okay,
close.
they chilling touched as well. That I
They're
think
gonna go for an orb
unfortunately.
kill here.
But the Enchantress also got the living
Oh,
armor.
it didn't hit the orb.
Yeah.
If that orb hits, it's probably a kill.
It's close.
It's so hard against Untouchable and with chilling touch.
Oh,
though.
nice Siphon. That's actually really good. The orb's on cooldown. Puck taking a lot of damage in mid is gonna go down.
Keep an eye on the puck
Oh,
here.
yeah.
There we go. First blood.
And the troll tries to be useful. Not sure, probably not necessary, but yeah.
Hey, it's the thought that counts. So
At least there's no more trolls in the top lane. That's the important thing.
So Death Prophet.
Make room for
Lot
the good
of
creeps.
CS mid. Resolution crushing against no one. 5-2 CS on puck.
Surely
28
that's what-
Death Prophet.
surely that's expected though. I
Not
mean,
this
that-
bad. No,
you
definitely
didn't-
not this bad.
Well,
but
no, you have to remember the Bane was there for a good portion of that.
Yeah, all he did
Yeah.
was Nightmare though. Like he didn't actually have brain sap, so it's not like
I-
you're poking and harassing
But
and,
it's still
and zoning him hard. You're
missing
just
that first wave.
This
just
is
mess with him a
like
little bit.
I guess it's made up a bit now by Puck with that creep wave, but this is like a very one-sided, I think, for early on. But I mean, Resolution is one of those very mechanically talented mid players who, if he has like if he's in the zone and you're slightly off, like that will happen.
I'd say it's definitely more on Resolution than it is on the Bane. Nightmare Bane really just does a little bit, but not much.
He's gonna have to go home again. There
Well,
is
3.5.
some
He's
trouble.
fine. No, this is okay. Like he's getting there.
I feel like the way that Gold Black does this seems to be a lot more
Let's
effective. The
secure cheese
dive, they
appeal.
just need to get there.
Verify won't save him.
No. One more. Oh no,
the
salve!
salve! He
Gonna
doesn't
have to
cancel!
Saguchi again.
He's
It
being
did not.
tree-juked.
Okay, no, he's in way too much
No.
trouble. You need to decide at
Oh, I
Havost.
can't believe
Oh
this.
wait, no, Havost, oh no! Okay, Havost
Now he's salving.
now's gonna
He's just
have
gonna
his
get
self
cancelled, though.
cancelled, and he has to get out. Little
that-
mistakes.
Hugging the tree line there and that fog juke on the attack animation.
Base attack time. It was the fact that Weaver now has
Yeah.
that increased base attack time, I think 1.9, and he always winded up the attack animation to like 90
And then
plus
Bear, like,
percent through, and
tucks
then
in the trees.
canceled.
Yep.
Ugh.
That looked like a short kill. He got full salve off, and Voss also chewing through most of his mana pool there. Does still have a mango at least, so it's not going to cripple him too badly.
But shouldn't make that mistake again, right?
I mean, it's so
it was more,
important.
I think, Lone Druid making like a really sick play there rather than Voss making a huge mistake.
I think a little both.
Yeah, a little both. But for Havos, yeah, the bear has not really been shut down. 17 CS, Havos 21 CS, but similarly, the Enchantress in the offlane is getting farmed, so.
Yeah, so Vega, Solo's been jungling. As you can see, he's going to get an Iron Talon too.
Both teams running. Oh, he's.
Yeah,
oh,
yes,
yeah,
he
he's
definitely is.
So no, I'm not 100% sure.
He definitely is. You don't go Quelling Blade on each and every
No, maybe
I mean, you
he's
do
like,
cut
I gotta
down these trees, though, to do this.
And I think
I
that
don't-
might be
yeah,
why he's
but
okay
You're
going
still
going to
go Iron Talon.
I agree.
If you have a Quelling Blade, you're
I agree,
on
you
a,
still go Iron Talon.
But I think this is the reason, right? I think he decided it's viable because they're eventually going to need it for the Aghanim Scepter, having played
This
against Spirit.
Is the weirdest, like, best of 3 series ever. You have.
crazy.
What was game 1 was, I mean,
The
against
Death
the
Prophet.
convention. Yeah,
Game one was
game
the-
1 was the Death Prophet. Game 2 was the like all-in 15-minute let's push your high ground, and game 3 is let's have a greedy jungler who's not really a jungler and go Iron Talon on
Let's
both
all
sides.
be. Let's do
Everyone
10
is farming.
Iron Talons.
All 3 core heroes are farming. Both teams have a jungler farming. There is 7 heroes with double-digit CS
Yep.
already. And
And
that's
ancient
about to
apparition is
become
gonna
yeah,
continue.
AA and Bane are also about to hit 10 CS as well. This is absolutely insane how many heroes are going to get farmed this game, and no one's contesting any lane. No one's looking to make any movement yet. That's going to change as people start getting their levels, and we see the first smoke now coming out from Vega.
Does it even work though? They're gonna get the call down. Yeah.
That is going to be a lot of damage.
Oh, it's close with the heal.
She's gonna
Funny-
get-
Oh, that was really close to keeping him alive. He does get the counter kill on the AA. They're looking for one more as well. Sioma.
Oh,
He's
does
done
get
for.
it.
I maybe even like died in the fountain there. That was a huge rotation. Resolutions. His Death Prophet has actually been like first ban worthy this entire tournament, which is where Empire knowing what's up.
Bottom, Lone Druid taking some hits here. I would think they're gonna go for a dive on him, but the swarm does not connect.
Also, again, Resolution managing to do all of that with an Arcane Rune. So, just feeling groovy.
Well,
And he goes for treads on
Yeah,
the Death Prophet
goes
instead of
for-
phase. Actually, I kind of theory crafted an older build that was actually like it's really obnoxious. It treads Blade Mail because the Death Prophet has a really low armor pool, and that used to be a big issue with all the physical damage dealers that she used to face. And then the Blade Mail, like you're not attacking her during the Blade Mail, then you're not attacking her when she's Yules, and it just gives you so much more time to use the Exorcism.
Yep.
In this case, I don't think she's going Blade Mail, but I'm just saying the fact that she's going for this effective HP build instead of the movement speed build shows that she wants to kind of just be this anchor and just go right on the tower.
Oh, It
Bane
looks like
trouble.
Aloha
Havas-
Dance is
Havas is going to
overextended.
ditch, I think.
Yeah.
If you got another brain support from Mag, maybe Havas could have committed for that, but best to play it safe. Let Puck TP in for a support kill and free up the mid lane a bit for Death Prophet. Not too big a deal for Empire.
But yeah, just tread swapping and just using raw
Yeah.
effective health. This hero can just stand and deliver.
It used to be the playstyle for Death Prophet where you're always trying to maximize your movement speed, which doesn't seem to have to be the case as much anymore. Where it seems like Death Prophet players just happy to kind of 5-man take. And you have the slow from the Soul Siphon, so you don't have problems
Yeah,
keeping
that's
up.
true.
So you don't need, like, even in the past you'd see drums build sometimes on Death Prophet. The movement speed is no longer as big of a priority, so.
Yules will give you all you need.
Right now, Early game stage, we see Funnick, level 6, picks up some phase boots. Oh, he's the only Enchantress I've seen do this phase boots build.
Yeah, it's interesting.
All other ones been going for the treads.
Both, I mean, treads are obviously really good, but phase boots stuff creates some value as well if you're not caught in the dream coil.
Yeah.
And it's great against gyrocopter.
Yeah, I think he had it when he went down before, and he almost managed to phase away from that gank as well. So that was one of those ganks which just barely worked. Well, ultimately was kind of favorable for Empire, even though he went down.
Yeah.
Jar actually not bad against the Enchantress, even with the flak, because you can bounce off the creeps to hit Enchantress.
Yeah.
No, if gyrocopter's actually like always been a soft counter to Enchantress offlane.
Yeah. I mean, the Enchantress offlane at least have kind of transitioned in this playstyle where you're getting enchant now, grabbing creeps and bringing them to the lane, which...
Enchantress going to go for the drums, so there's your movement speed for the entire team.
And Nofia's picked up a smoke, not sure where he's going to end up using it. I'd love to see what
on the Treant?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can't... It's really... Unless the puck is wasting his orb a lot,
that's
you
what
probably
I'm
just
wondering.
stay to the jungle.
It's very rough to kill a lot of these lanes because Lone Druid might root you on the incoming or the TP rotations, and then you're not smoke ganking a tri-lane unless you're bringing 3.
I think you just bank the smoke, you keep the cooldown rolling for the shot, but you 50 gold, just throw it out there and hang on to it until it becomes relevant.
Well, you're at 800 gold already, could be picking up minus soon. He might
top
smoke
lane,
bottom lane.
call
with
down,
like
top lane.
Yeah, and
rotating in
dead
Havas.
again. Maybe
No.
not. Oh,
Living armor and the
also
heal.
the centaur.
Havas is coming in, not sure how well he can get counter kills here. AA is probably the prime target here.
Got the swarm on him.
He can time up back if he commits, but a stun under the tower could be...
So a big difference between the living armor from this call down dive and the last one. The last living armor happened during Rocket Barrage and was taken off immediately. This one, the millisecond that Rocket Barrage was done, the living armor was on, and that's so much more effective.
Oh, and Resolution rotating in again. Crypt Swarm. Another Arcane Rune. Oh, Resolution. I think you might be Vacman. That's what I'm saying.
He'd
paying for
rather
these
rather
runes.
haste runes. I tell you, if he was getting haste runes, this would be a lot uglier, these rotations. So
That's true.
you know,
but it's-
Arcane runes are nice second prize, but
and he can use the Exorcism. Oh, he doesn't. Oh,
He doesn't need
want
to. Like, he's got full mana, and he doesn't need to use Exorcism.
he's been the player of
Okay.
the series. Like even this game, it's just rotating at the right times. Very just if you look at the return on his rotation.
Oh, nice pickup
All
here.
right, grip with the Treant.
Was that a smoke movement, or did they just happen upon
We'll
him?
check his inventory if
I
they
wanna say
let
it
us.
might have been a smoke, but not 100% sure on that.
Come on, Casper.
That's okay.
No, we don't.
We'll never.
we'll
We'll
never
just
know.
imagine.
But back to the point, I feel like Resolution, as far as when he TP's in, like to rotate and stuff, like he's almost always successful with getting kills. Even on a hero like Death Prophet, who doesn't have a guaranteed catch.
And nice zoning cooldown. She might proc here. This puts her in a bit of a bad position. Does still have the Soul Siphon and the ult.
You don't want to fight that.
Yeah.
You really
They
don't.
actually lose
But
heroes
actually, they're just gonna pop that ult.
Which is he
and-
at face boots now, maybe, but Havas can actually chase down the gyrocopter
That
here.
works.
Oh, one more.
Shikuchi will
Got
get
him.
the kill.
Got him. To the tier 4s with you.
Oh, and he can get the kill in solo as well. He's got time lapse. He can just get the
Yep.
hell out of here and block some of the snap.
Dive.
There we go. Oh, dribble underneath.
Not
Just
bad.
break it, living armor. That's going to block most of the illusionary orb damage. And Empire's aggression right now, very calculated and on point. Like that was, it's the cores who are fighting. The supports are just off. Like, no, yeah, we don't really need to do much. Treant's still.
I think there's
not
a
even
brain
showing
sap
his
in there
face.
somewhere, but
Yeah, you know that brain sap. What brain sap? This Bane's just been AFK.
And because of the space, Treant's been able to fall mid a little bit, so just gonna put him on better path. Oh, as I
this
say
is a
that
one
though,
position tree right here. He's all about himself.
Oh yeah. This is the Jungle Legion Commander,
It really is.
but better. It's Legion Commander with
Don't encourage
I'll help you.
people.
I'll buy some wards and I'll give you living armor.
Don't encourage people.
No. So all the Legion Commander pickers out there, pick Treant instead. Your team won't hate you
They're
as
never
much.
gonna place it.
It'll be slightly
Come
less
on.
hate. Yeah. I mean, it's like
Just buy a ward or two.
it's like you press the attacking from across the map.
Yeah,
We'll press the attack,
basically the same hero.
and you get free map pack for your team later on. Nobody buys Gem Quelling Blade in pub games.
That's not true at all. Anyway, we've got a boast. What is he? Is he showing what he's going for? Is he doing a?
He's
No, just basically holding.
I think a Desert Rush is pretty good. He's tanky enough. He's kind of far enough ahead that I don't think he needs to go a defensive item.
No.
Although Puck is kind of like a problem here for Squishy Weavers sometimes, but
Nah, he's okay.
like he's 1k HP,
Yeah.
which is good. Assuming things keep going at this pace, he might save a bit of money and then just go for the straight Deso.
If Puck was doing a lot better, I think he'd be he'd be
Yeah.
wanting to go for something like a BKB because the Blink Waiting Rift combo is scary. But
And BKB first is you're always like, I gotta do
Yeah.
BKB first. Like,
Yeah. yeah, I mean the Ice Blast plus Puck combo it is
Yes.
warranting it, but because the Puck had a really rough start, I think the Weaver can go for definitely something like a Desert first.
If Ghost is stalking, will he find anyone? No. There is going to be a TP away.
Yeah, Desert BKB will be solid here.
Yeah, I think so.
It's just that small period where Puck might have blink and he doesn't have BKB yet, where he's a bit vulnerable. But Empire as a whole are going to be so much stronger at that stage that Havos can stick with his team. He has Living Armor to back him up. Resolution is ultimately a much scarier threat right now than the Weaver anyways. Funix more farm than anyone. This Game 3 is going all according to the plan for Team Empire.
Absolutely.
And despite the Iron Talon on the AA, still not level 6. So had oh, never mind.
He didn't start Iron Talon though. That's the problem.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Quelling
true.
Bladed.
Really.
Should be level 1.
So Puck is getting very close to the blink. Hopefully they can use this to turn things a little.
Oh, just gonna walk up and punch him. I think got the lead seed, no problem.
Overgrowth. What's the follow-up?
Oh, does Death Prophet.
There we go.
Yeah, there's gonna
And with
be
the Yule
soul
set. Oh, great
segment.
silence onto 2 as well. That's going to be 2 quick pickups. That silence clipping both heroes right on the edge, even though they were split apart.
They can't really take the tower though. Backdoor protection. So
No big deal. At this stage, they're so far ahead, they haven't even finished items.
like that's the kind of exorcism where you're like, yeah, I'll just pop an exorcism, get a kill, whatever. But
you're not at the stage of the game where you even need to be taking towers.
and they can still probably push without the exorcism. Like that's how strong they are.
I mean, look at this. They're diving behind a tier 2 tower to bully a Puck back to TP Fountain. Has got Blink Dagger. This is really the timing for Vega. And that's where, I mean, the offlane Lone Druid.
Wait, could you define that a little bit more?
This is the timing for Vega to, like, actually get some pickoffs now that they've got the Blink Dagger.
But they're just going to 5-man now. Like, why not?
I mean, they should play a little bit around
You fall
exorcism
off,
for some
you-
efficiency.
Okay, so if Empire 5-man
Yeah.
Vega, the plan is to out-farm them. If they're fully grouped up as 5 consistently, you're farming more places on the map. You're counter pushing lanes as well.
Oh, they're just going for the big fight. They get the Dream Coil onto one. Enchantress gonna be blown up by the burst damage, but they haven't caught anyone else. And it looks like Bane going. Can they find any?
Oh, nice one.
Whoa.
Oh, what?
What?
I'm.
Oh.
Frog, please.
That's definitely an OS Frog. Casper's spamming the OS Frog.
Oh my
Perhaps
goodness.
Gus-
Gusta did
Hearthstone
well
game.
immediately.
He's in his Hearthstone chat, chatting to
Yeah.
his opponent like, OS Frog, question mark? His opponent's like, what? You could be at tomorrow? What are you talking about?
All right, so they get the pick off the Enchantress. That's a nice little smoke movement there, quick jump. But the Death Prophet's about to have an Octarine core.
Yeah,
We've
this
seen
is-
what she can do with this item.
It's 16 freaking minutes in.
Yeah, that's. She's murdered a lot of people.
And
taken
Weaver's
their
actually
money.
going straight Lincolns. Like,
Yeah, so I
is
don't.
this Lincolns or Manta? It might be Manta.
I hope it's
against
Manta.
the silence of Puck. Because I mean, Lincolns is good for the
Oh,
HP you get, but there's
got
not
him.
many things you're blocking this game.
Yep. And A still either has misskilled or is still not level 6.
No, he's level 5
Yeah.
still. He was not level 6 for the last fight.
He's dropped his. He hasn't got a Quelling Blade anymore. That's why.
He didn't go for the Talon.
He didn't go for the
Maybe it's
Quelling
in the
Blade.
stash. Maybe it's in the stash, guys. Calm down.
It
No,
wasn't in the
it's not
stash.
stash.
It might be in the courier.
Courier, but
Either way, it's on his hero.
Courier with a hatch is actually pretty terrifying. Could you imagine they coming out of the trees at you?
That's like
Imagine with the
Alfred
Iron Talon
Hitchcock
just
movie
like-
there. Birds coming out of you from the sky everywhere.
We were trying that yesterday in the 200-minute long game. We were checking if couriers could plant trees because we were pretty sure they couldn't, but we were like, if you could, I think that's the best thing you can do. But it was also suggested by Rob was suggesting that you put a bunch of couriers just over your heroes so they can't click
Yeah.
on you late game.
Yeah,
No, you Spirit Bear can plant trees. You just give five branches to the bear.
Yeah. So that's not going to be as effective, although they can see.
Oh, the Centaur!
no.
I think he had
OP.
Yules as well.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Let's take
I
away
like
from
to
Funny.
say it was the clutch 5
Yeah,
seconds
like,
left timer
Whoa,
at Centaur.
Centaur just came in out of nowhere. What?
Oh, what's that? What's the exorcism for? Oh,
For the
okay,
Roshan.
Rosh. I couldn't.
Yeah, I was confused for a second too there.
Because it was covering up that side, and I was like, excellent, we're exorcisming in the lane with no tier 2s.
Nah, you pick the gyro, you go for the Roche. That's just pretty.
Yeah.
Like
Of
even with the
course,
Ice
of
Blast
course.
is not
Yes.
scary.
So,
He'll get scouted, but Puck may feel pressure to go for a sneak here. I don't know. Now he's already headed mid.
Just feed.
How does Vega get back into this one? Because it is looking all Empire.
Radiant Spare is very close, it looks like, based on his net worth. It just feels like they...
Weaver picks, I guess. I don't know. But
Yeah,
he's got it
pick
just
off,
for
yeah.
5 minutes
They
though.
need to find pickoffs using the puck blink dagger with the ice blast, but the problem is, like, what's Gyrocopter's role in this game? Like, I guess he could be smoking with the puck, but I think realistically puck with the ice blast kills most heroes. Maybe not the Death Prophet is probably who you want to be the ideal kill, so...
But that's the Octarine?
1835.
Death Prophet will always be, like, next to teammates. It's a Weaver or someone who might be alone, a Trine who's alone, but these are not really valuable pickoffs to get.
Speaking of item pickups, Enchantress, we're used to seeing the offlane Enchantress go straight Dragon Lance.
Oh,
And
I
this
like
one-
that Savage Roar actually. That could
Yeah.
have been a bear kill or something. So
Yeah,
And
it's all the Yules.
She's going Yule, so just a little interesting play.
So Enchantress had drums into Yules, it looked. Yeah.
She's working on the Yules. I
I
don't
think they
know if
want
she has
more,
it
just
yet.
more catch.
Face
Throw
Storm
the bear
Yules.
in the
She's
air.
race car. Face Storm Yules.
Yeah, super movement
Enchantress.
speed. Can dodge magic missile and get out puck silence. Like Yules is just got a lot of utility this game.
Mm.
Bear's got relic but no radiance, so that's
Close.
the next.
He's about to Midas it out though. He's so close.
that's
Sell
the
your
next
boots.
big timing. But ultimately, your bear still cannot fight with radiance into what Empire are doing here.
And they're working on the tower. Is this going to be like last time, early racks or something?
Much less so.
Yeah.
The high ground defense is not quite what it was, I feel, from the previous game. The deficit is bigger than is the biggest problem right now. Last game it was like Empire were all in with the push, but they didn't have a big gold lead. They just had pushing heroes. This game Empire's like ridiculously far ahead. Tree and Ags is
There
just
it
going
is.
to cripple them this game as well. Good luck moving anywhere. Who's going to even afford a
I
gem?
don't-
Who
I don't
can
know,
even
dude.
not lose a gem?
Ancient Apparition just got an Urn of Shadows. That's like the same
Ooh.
thing as an Aghanim Scepter. I think it's very high tier.
Ellie Giggle, man.
Well, does the Ags keep souls inside of it? A Dream
This
Coil and a
is-
couple. There's going to be
Oh, the
coil.
swap to break it.
Ooh.
Great swap.
Gorgeous.
They actually managed to kill the Death Prophet. A huge boon for them. But
And
will they get
Funny,
to
not
anybody
gonna shatter,
else?
yeah.
They did dust up Havost. He doesn't have that time lapse. He's going to start... Oh, Urn of Shadows. Put on
Radiance.
Havost. Come on, guys. Oh, he's healed up. They need to throw another Urn on him, but they can't. Yeah.
He's going for the full Lincolns.
I don't super like it
I
here.
mean, I don't hate it. It's like, I don't mind the stats and the HP
It
regen, but like,
blocks two things. Oh, three things. My apologies. It blocks three things. Right?
Not good things.
4 homing missile too.
No, whoa. I got mad. Oh, I guess the swap. Never mind. I forgot about that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was doing homing missile. It just stuns.
I guess you don't
Are
want
you
to
really
time lapse
worried about
every
the
swap,
swap?
but
Like, it just
They're-
feels like a lot of them you could just...
It's,
I know it's not good.
the Lincoln's block is not good this game, but ultimately the extra stats and
Yes.
HP regen it sustains your push, it gives you HP, but I think you could have done that other ways.
Yes.
Rely on the tree.
I'm a little surprised by the pickup based
Yeah.
on
Just
the-
go Desolator and rely on the Tree Protector.
Yeah. Deso BK. If you really want to do this, you could have just gone BKB first and then the Deso
Oh,
after.
it blocks Dagon. Never mind. Tavos wins.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow. Outplaying us all.
Oh. Yeah, that's solid. All right. Good foresight. Foresight, passion, and calculation from Havos here.
So... Dragon Lance next on Enchantress? Is that her...
It's possible. It's not.
She's built a little bit
essential. Ags
differently.
is okay as
right?
well.
No, you go Dragonlance then X, then Dragonlance.
Yeah. Blaze is obsessed with disassemble the Dragon
Disassemble
Lance
as
into
many
the
times
axe.
as possible.
It is as efficient as you can get. You can disassemble it twice,
Yeah.
get it 3 times for Ags and BKB. It's insane.
Blaze, you have to come up with a dad joke about it before I'll believe you. Oh, okay, we just have a Fiend's Grip onto no one. There's going to be a Rocket Barrage onto Aloha, but here comes the Healing Wisp and Funnick. A Blast will hit. Goodbye, looking like they're saying to the Bane. They need a little bit more damage. They're not quite able to get it. Should end up shattering there.
No one still needs to be a little bit careful here.
Nice silence. That's it.
Yeah, Crips. Oh, a little bit. Okay, the dodge and the blink away, but they
My
see exactly where he
gosh.
is because of the trees.
Where was the tree
Even
ultimate?
still,
He was,
yes,
he was
okay.
underneath the Axe
Uh,
tree.
You're right.
It was a kill.
Tree just gave him a Dagon too.
I guess he thought that. That's small like miscommunication / misplay from Empire as a whole. But they're still in very fine shape overall, just with how farm Death Prophet is. The one, I think they realized the big threat to them is that coordinated team fight from Vega, where they get the Dream Coil, they swap to break the Dream Coil on the Death Prophet, and then he swapped in, and the backup isn't available
And
because they're also Dream Coiled.
And then you Ice Vortex,
Blast.
Ice Blast, and Dagon.
Yep.
Yep.
cooldown as well. And the Dagon pickup is a really smart choice just because they need the burst damage against Death Prophet, who picks up a plate mail.
Yeah, that's a
I
mistake.
feel like you want like a BKB
Exactly.
or...
You get the
Destroy.
BKB, you win the game.
Has she seen the Dagon though? Obviously there's other sources of magical damage. Never mind, we have got
She
an
has.
engagement
No, she-
going on Enchantress. She is in a lot of trouble.
ulti.
Ooh.
Oh
get
my
them all.
gosh.
Oh, it actually does quite a bit of damage. That
Yeah,
was
it's,
nice.
it's pretty nuts. This is very, very fast act. But the fact that Vega's winning fights right now means they can get in a position where they can start looking to clear out some of these tree and things, and they
Does
buy
the
a gem
gem?
right now. Yeah, it's just core. It's as soon as the Ags is online, you've got to be saving up for a gem on someone, or buying a gem right away, ideally.
Will the Quelling
The Quelling Blade,
Blade be
he,
back?
he's
Come
hoping he
on.
left on the Curie and didn't sell it, because he
Yeah.
needs a Quelling Blade right now. Or whoever's got the gem. It may not be I don't think
Yeah, you
it's
don't
gonna
give
be
it to
A's
A.
gem. It's probably Puck or someone.
So it's just
Or
you get
bear.
a pet panda for the bear, and you can't make the bear look like a panda. The guy, you can't make Lone Druid look like a panda.
No,
Yeah.
the panda's its own thing.
Okay. That's unfortunate because it
D-
could
Yeah, they'd have to remount a Brewmaster.
actually. Yeah,
so-
that's also problematic because then it's kind of slavery. So, because you'd be a panda enslaving other pandas to fight for you.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Yeah.
Is that really a moral debate?
Whoa.
Instead, he's a bear enslaving another bear to work for him. Isn't that? How's that any different?
No, but isn't he a human that can transform into
human.
bears?
Yeah, I
He's
guess
a
so.
werebear.
It's still,
Right?
it's just racist. I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, stop being
It's not
racist.
great.
Where's
Okay, I'm sorry. Get back to it.
bearist? You're just unbearable, Nat.
Thanks. When I was younger, I remember I was trying to learn a spell, and I was at school. We were at something with some parents, and my father was trying to. I wrote something out, and he's like, "You can't use that bear," and I was like, "Why can't I use that bear?" And he's like, "You just can't use it." And he tried to explain it to me by saying, "There's a very different. It's very different when you say bear with me, depending on which bear you use." And I remember one of the other mothers just cracked up, and I did not understand, because I was pretty young. So.
I wonder if DP is even just gonna not complete the plate mail into anything.
Oh, they get the root. Look at that living armor. They'll get the kill, but it took a lot longer.
Brains.
Okay, yeah.
Nightmare
Brains.
tonight. Oh.
As well as, I mean, this is what Ben would call like chain feeding. Like you're really far ahead. There's not really a clear
Yeah.
way back in for the other team, and then a bit of chain feeding here or there. You give them just pick off after pick off, kind of unnecessarily, and suddenly the game's a whole lot more even than it needs to be, which is kind of what's happened. I feel the last 4 or 5 minutes.
The top lane team fight has definitely thrown them off.
Yeah.
They were so confident that they were going to be able to just finish it there or take a significant lead, more significant than they already had, and then suddenly your Death Prophet's dead in 2 seconds, which is just something you would never expect.
And that's what it often takes. It's just like one kind of slightly botched team fight to just kind of throw your game plan off tilt.
Now, the Roche will be, it's, I think, a sub 9 minute Roche, and they will be able to pick that up. It feels like they should have the advantage on Empire. Maybe that's just what they're
Exorcism
waiting
for
for.
it if they want to.
Yeah.
But it's still very possible for Vega to contest. They've got Ice Blast, they've got the Puck Dagon, so the burst damage potential's there. Onto Death Prophet as well, so. I'm not convinced it's the safest thing to do. I mean, looking at the net worth of these heroes, this game is
Yeah.
suddenly a lot more even, and by no means a comfortable position for Empire. Death Prophet just seems to scale so ridiculously well late game though with the Soul Siphon, so I still feel, and that's I think something Empire recognized, and that's why they're happy to just slow down the pace of the game, just farm a bit more, finish a few more key items.
Yeah.
Looks like
I feel like when BKBs come out, that Empire are pretty much unstoppable. If they just get a BKB on Weaver and a BKB on Death Prophet, obviously don't want to go Lincolns into BKB on Weaver, but
that's what
I'm
Siler used to do, man.
I'm saying that when you do
Yeah.
get the BKBs, there's very little that Vega can do to answer it.
Absolutely. It may not be. It may be like kind of similar story to game one, where it's like, okay, they got Push got this really big advantage, and then takes them a bit of a ways to finish things off. But this game not quite feeling like that, where they're not making ground, and Vega's still very much in this one.
Death Prophet's item progression seems really
Yeah.
slow.
Especially in the last few minutes since getting the plate mail.
Yeah.
Empire just they've been kind of wandering around solo. They got picked off a few times, and then it was like, oh, let's maybe stop doing this a bit. They kind of slowed down the farm as a result. But there's the Shiva's Guard recipe, I can only imagine, and 200 gold away from the full thing.
I mean, attack speed slow is actually pretty good against the Lundra, the Gyrocopter.
Yeah. I think Shiva's is still like a decent item. It's just he's gonna need to boost up that HP pool, get some way of dealing with the burst damage be it the BKB or the Heart, but I think BKB is probably the safer option.
BKB seems very good here, just with the magic burst, and even now the bear, other than the radiance, maybe has another damage item by now, but not probably terribly well.
BKB?
Oh, it is BKB. Oh.
There
We
we
had
go.
a recipe on the courier. I don't know.
Yeah,
what that was.
I don't know whether it was sold or
The courier's been weird. Like, Havosa's tried to use it, then Resolution. Now the Enchantress is grabbing it.
I wonder
It's-
if it was a BKB recipe on courier, not the Shiva's recipe
Ah.
that he
Yeah.
bought. That's possible.
Yeah, we never highlighted it, so I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it is.
So it may have a AMAX have a full BKB.
Yeah, I think so.
exciting
Courier-
times.
And that's the right choice. I mean, we
Yeah,
wanna
I think it's the right choice.
appreciate the players' decisions, and the Shiva's Guard has some merit, but the BKB is a much better choice considering the state of the game.
It's the right choice because the player made that choice. If he chose Shivas, that would also be the right choice. What do we know, please? No. I mean, we talked about it, and definitely feels BKB is what's needed. Clear a
Smoke
wave,
up.
they smoke up, and they're looking to catch Vega out here. Vega, they're group mid as 5, and maybe caught unawares by this direction, because they're going to be kind of wary of Roshan and possibly looking to head back towards the Roche pit to scout this out, so they do have the high ground advantage for now, though.
Now, do you think... Oh,
Here we
okay,
go.
they're going to walk into it. Death Prophet realizes the smoke has been broken. Let's see if Puck ends up just kind of blinking out of this one. Hasn't gone
Exorcism's
yet
been
because...
used.
Yeah,
They
They
don't
need to
have
get a
control.
catch now.
They don't
they're
have
not-
anybody.
I think it's wasted exorcism. They could potentially backdoor the top
Yule's a
tower.
bear, but that's it.
Okay, the bear used the Savage Roar, and it's
Okay,
looking
everyone's
like
out.
it's...
And I think they
Excellent.
might not even get the bear.
Do
This
they-
is ridiculous.
Could potentially lose control over Roshan as a result. When that exorcism wears off, it will be Vega looking to take a fight or at least push out.
They have creeps up
And he
here.
still doesn't have the BKB. Like, if he had BKB now, maybe you can still do something, but
No,
it's in his stash because the courier has been screwed up heavily by Empire. Like, 3 or 4 different players have been trying to use it, and it's just they don't have their items now.
It has a Quelling Blade. I'm going to hope it was the old one.
Maybe. It's quite likely because I don't know. The Puck was the one with Puck had a quelling blade with the gem, which was because he was the one clearing out the trees. So Dragonlance picked up by Enchantress now, and we'll see probably a transition into an Ags.
Yeah.
Unless she feels BKB is super high priority, which I don't think so much.
Not
the
for
case
her,
for
not for her.
Enchant. Yeah, not for
No,
Enchantress.
Phonics
She's gonna
had
be
a rough
ignored and
one.
can just sit back and
Yeah.
throw impetuses, maximize her DPS. That's the beauty of playing Enchantress. You get so much hero damage in fights because you're often ignored. And
They
you're-
need to enchant that tree, the one by the Rush Pit.
Oh, there's going to be the swarm coming in.
or even above the Roche pit.
Yeah.
Since that's less likely to get dewarded.
Yep.
This is...
Oh, Puck jumps in, manages to get a Dream Coil onto 2. The A blast is huge. Gonna do quite a bit of damage. Everybody almost has been hit. You
Goes
see
down
the
with the Ice
shadow.
Blast. Doesn't get a chance to use Overgrowth.
Yeah.
But they've lost Puck. Insta buyback. Empire... They're going to be careful here. Vega really wants to commit for this Roshan.
Ice Blast is gone. Resolution's in charge, and they're going to be able to fight him back.
Enchantress too. This is where, like Enchantress and Weaver, if you've used up your control, you've used your Ice Blast, these heroes cannot be dealt with.
And Exorcism was just
Just
coming
came
off
back
of
up.
cooldown because of the
Octarine core,
Octarine.
yeah.
Oh, the uphill miss. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if it would have been enough.
It was close.
Yeah,
It was within 100 HP for
Okay.
sure.
I think it was not quite. I think
No.
it was.
I think
max
if Phonic
damage
throws it and then
threshold.
runs as fast as he can the other direction,
No.
I think you
Oh,
are
okay.
like within
Okay.
10 HP of killing him if it didn't miss.
Well,
Vega might
Exorcism
be.
came back just in time. That's where Empire just ran in, threw a few lives away, and well, they'll throw another one away.
And
nice
that's
grip.
that's Aghanims
Tree
on the
Dota.
tree.
Where's the gem status at? Because that was the
Bane
Puck
had
carrying
one.
it earlier.
I believe they have the gem because it has been
The
dropped
dire
on the ground.
gems.
Yeah.
Well, Puck died and then bought back, and then I guess Bane stole it because I don't think there's a big. Oh,
There's still
both
there's
gems.
some.
Okay, they're both
The Bane
gems.
has one, the other one's on the ground.
Yeah.
I really feel like it was good movement there from the Tree and Protector. Although he died without using his
Yeah, it
ultimate,
was
he soaked up all the
solid.
damage during the Ice Blast, which is all you have to do. Once the Ice Blast is gone, Death Prophet's got her Soul Siphons on, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I think more than anything it was like, okay, we don't have Exorcism, but we can at least delay them. They're not going to rush fast. They have a Radiance Bear. It's not like an attack. There's much
Ooh.
attack speed on it.
Butterfly barely gets to Gyrocopter there.
And I think, yeah, he's
He's
just
still
going to buy this one out.
250.
I think he recognizes that this next push coming with Aegis Exorcism is going to be one that a buyback from him is not going to... He needs an item.
Oh, they've got the Yules up on the DP. Can they bolster? I believe her BKB
They've got one.
is...
Wow, that's a freebie.
Yeah, it's off cooldown though because of the lost engagement. And she doesn't have
Okay.
Exorcism yet. They might-
Resolution's first kind of big mistake this game, I feel,
Yeah,
that death there. Like, the one at top was very much like a team strat, like, let's push, and they gets kind of initiated on. That one there was just a bit sloppy.
And I actually feel it's going to be hard to push into this. The Ice Blast is going to be back off. The Dream Coil's
Yeah.
there, so yeah, they are a little unsettled.
But if they can just get a bit of damage on top tower, I think even the exorcism would go through it. Of course, not the back door for the racks.
Well, yeah, the tier 3 is definitely dead. Like, it might as well be dead. But
And that might be where they decide to put the push, but with no Aegis.
yeah, I don't think they're confident in this position anymore because with the puck gyro and AA all alive, all ready to defend, and you don't have an Aegis, I actually think it's not so confident.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to throw the exorcism
Oh, they're going on the
in the
low
mid lane.
throw
They
it.
found a pick, and that's a pretty big pick. That's
Yeah.
one of the,
No buyback.
one of the most farmed heroes here. And mid lane,
Oh.
Sio heals will cancel. Bench down as well.
That's I mean, I those aren't the 3 heroes I listed, of course, but it's still
Yeah.
it's a 5v3 now.
And a lot of their damage has been the Venge swap after the puck, right? It's been
Yeah.
It sets up a lot of
Yeah.
things for them.
so really well
And
done
they will
there.
swing top.
Already gone.
Yeah,
This is
it's
looking
exposed.
like one lane of Rex. Exorcism will wear off, and then they probably have to back off. Maybe just the range Rex if Vega can catch a few heroes grouped up and look to delay them with a well-timed kind of AoE combo here.
They have a Deso, so I think
Yeah, it's a well-timed pickup for Havos.
it's still going to be close. You can see Havosta trying to make sure he doesn't do anything too
With the
risky.
time lapse gone, I think they're retreating.
Perhaps a bit hasty on that one, but I mean he's already down to like 3/4, 2/3 HP after that rocket blast. So he wants to just, if
I
he
thi-
doesn't time lapse, then the next combo they may just go on him and he gets silenced, doesn't get a chance to use it.
I think they could have just focused the melee racks, ignored the range, and they would have had it.
They had the exorcism for at least like 5 seconds or so while they're on high ground, but. Well, Empire up by 8 kills, but more importantly, take the first racks of the game. Not a big one with the range racks going down, but they're still in control of most of the map for the time being.
And the solo has a gem, so I don't know exactly if the courier grabbed it or what, but
I think it's a new
So
one.
third
It's
one?
probably been
gem 3?
Yeah, well, gem 2 for Vega and Empire bought their own gem. I think it
Exactly.
was.
So yeah, third one in the game. That would be really good to get control over. Like there's a high ground ward on the plateau on the Dire Jungle. There are 3 eastern trees. There are at least 2 western trees in the Dire Jungle. They need to take care of that.
Yeah. And at the same time, if they somehow lose a fight, lose that gem, then they're stuck in their base for the next
Oh
like 7 or
wow!
8 minutes.
Bane getting a lot of gold suddenly just
Ha.
insta buys the pipe.
It's really nice
we
here,
go.
right? We've already discussed to death how much magic damage comes out of Vega.
Well, I was kind of jokingly thinking, like, when we were talking about other items for DP, I was like, just can Death Prophet go for a pipe here? Like, if the only way she dies is the Ice Blast, Puck, Dagon, like, just get a pipe. But pipe just great for them, and we'll see Bane pick it up. And Fluff did something similar earlier in one of the American games where it's like, we need a pipe for the team. Like, if you suddenly have money on a Bane, forget. Don't just like overbuy these items like Aether Lens or whatever it may be, your standard Glimmer Capes, if something like a pipe can make a huge impact on the game.
Cookie cutters belong in the bakery, not in Dota. Make decisions for yourself.
So Enchantress does have the Ags up finally. She did not disassemble the Dragon Lance, much to Blaze's chagrin, but we will be seeing also Refresher. Is that almost up?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness
1,000
gracious.
or so away, has the double purse. And they can wait out for Roshan, I guess, before going for another high ground siege, because I think around the time they get next Aegis, they'll have these items like MKB Refresher. Right now, they're just close to their next big items, not quite there, and they don't have Aegis, so.
And I mean, they still have all of their tier 1s most likely at full health because they're rocking a Treant. So
Yeah,
Empire's,
lost the tower.
even if they lose a team
Okay.
fight, it's fine.
Vega's going to the middle. I was just about to say, I don't think Vega can sit back, do nothing during this period where there's no Aegis online. They want to ideally be getting active, finding high priority kills, Death Prophet being the biggest one, but anything they can get that can turn into a tower as well is going to go a long way during this period before Roshan, and they're headed right towards Death Prophet.
Okay, they also swap her out, immediately getting the stun, and she is blown up.
Perfect.
Very well done.
75 seconds down as well. That's looking like a T1 tower top. They don't even need to really wait a creep wave. They can just go at it with the bear and... Alright.
Solid, very solid pick.
None of the other lanes are being threatened. Like that's like a dream scenario for them. They can swing mid even, I feel like, to take that tier 1 if they really wanted to, but
It's
perhaps a bit riskier.
a little bit, but I still think it definitely is an option for them.
There's no way Death Prophet wants to buy back here just to like
Yeah.
defend a tier 1 at this stage.
Treant would
Just not
prefer
as-
it. Treant treats his tier 1 towers like his children. he just... They keep on falling down, he picks them back up, just dusts them off, but
Once they're going mid, they're
Vega?
going to
Some
continue
spackle.
top. Take a few towers. but the split push is going to be what forces Vega back ultimately. They may get a tier 2, but they're going to have to come defend their base. And first TP already coming in. Living Armor with the Glyph, but tier 2's down, and Vega get a nice little swing for them. A kill, 2 towers, and everyone's going to just TP on out. Back to farming. Treant not there in time to stop any of that. There was a gem, so couldn't really get in anyways.
They've smoked the 2 of them. Yeah, they don't really go for anything. I'm not sure that...
The Bane Enchantress there.
Yeah,
That's an odd smoke, considering they're 5-man top. It's like 5-man top into 5-man TP back and farm. I guess they're trying to catch them as they farm.
If they show the Death Prophet bottom and the tree top, they can just go for like a quick little 2-man pick. The second they enter the jungle, Fiend's Grip Impetus, and then TP out. Oh, there was no TP on the Bane, but...
It just seemed maybe slightly
it's just like a...
ambitious.
But if it works, they can win the game off of that, or at least take something like a buyback.
Yeah. If Vega have smokes, I feel like you wouldn't just try and make a very similar play to what you just did. As much as Empire maybe will be more wary of it. Trying to find another pick off before Roche is back. Take another couple towers down the side. They may just go for a straight 5-man push right now.
Weaver, MKB.
It still feels... Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go back, but he does need a BKB this game for sure.
I mean, you got the pipe behind him at least, so it's not as bad. I mean, you're a little bit concerned about the the silence and chain spells, but
I guess the defensive nightmare is the other tool he has to
Yeah.
kind of help protect him against that.
it's something.
Looks like they're going to try for the Roshan before they go for the high ground push.
Yeah, it's what's kind of been... That's why Empire's been spending this time just farming and slowing the pace of this game down.
Yeah. So Bane's job is pretty much to keep Weaver alive, whether glimmering him or piping him. I feel like they actually have a lot of potential for Havos just to go as offensive as he has been, and to great effect. Like, if you actually put the Weaver on the front line and start sieging the tower with him, keep the Death Prophet like 600 units away, it's really hard to engage on the Weaver because then you have no spells left for the Death Prophet, who is actually the real threat. So I feel like you can kind of go siege mode with Havos here, as long as you got...
He even takes the Aegis as well. Is another consideration.
I think they just wait for the refresher, though, since No Fear's so close.
Aegis as well. It's a
Yeah,
minute away.
A little above average spawn time, but they control this part of the map.
Yeah, and at this stage, Vega don't really... I mean, they can scout out every now and then. Put creeps in there. I think the dominated creep can just be camped in there when possible, but that's not something they can rely on to know exactly when they're doing Roshan.
Smoke coming out. They're going to try to Fiend's Grip on no one, I think.
Because he just used the...
They're going to get the Lunar Druid instead.
That's even
Savage
better.
Roar, though.
Oh, he savaged. Very nice.
And to swap away, keeping him safe. They will end up losing the Venge, but much better than losing the Lone Druid, but maybe they'll end up losing all of them. The Exorcism, the Soul Siphon, and the auto attacks from Enchantress. This is the offlane Enchantress's power. Oh, and somehow 40 minutes in, despite not having the best farm, she is doing good work.
No.
Oh, he's fine. So this is just for them, probably. Is nothing pushed up? Okay, never mind.
Here. There is a glyph still available. Exorcism
Backdoor
aware of-
It's
protection.
also
Backdoor
nothing,
protection.
there are no creeps.
Yep.
Nothing's pushed up. They can't.
They can't, yep.
They have to
can't damage
Roche.
through that one.
And then Exorcism is down, although they have more than enough minus armor.
Yeah, Roche is, what, 45 seconds now? It's possible. They've got Untouchable too, so they can easily tank it. They're actually going to try and force buybacks, it looks like, going through this mid lane. Or even just force out a glyph or something is not bad as well.
Where is their Tavost? Tavost with the minus armor.
It's so easy to walk away from the buybacks here. There's no control whatsoever. There's not a clockwork hook locking you in or
We have
anything.
Puck Dreamcoil soon, and here we go. They get creeps in the mid lane. They're going to go in the top lane. Havos getting low here.
Oh, pipe out!
Oh!
The pipe came out, but the auto attacks finish him.
And the pure damage from Venge not helping much, so... Oh, I mean, not helping save
He
Tavost.
wishes he had a Mantra BKB.
Yeah, I actually really feel like some raw stats, but
Lincoln's
hindsight
was
is
a mistake this
2020.
game, yeah.
I've said that like 8 times today, dude. I'm not gonna be a
Don't
broken
do it,
record. You can
Lincoln.
you can go on that rant.
they had a Lincoln's Medusa all day every day
Yeah,
game. or
Blaze
something.
3 games in a row. Lincoln's first Medusa. That's all I'm gonna say.
Unless your name is Sile and you're playing Morphling, you shouldn't be getting Lincolns. I don't know.
So we're gonna wait for a bit. I think they
Axe
need...
Puck, that's an item. That's a big item. With the swap, the guaranteed stun.
That's good.
This is a very influential item. But
Oh,
there's a
no.
smoke here. No one needs to be careful not to get caught. Goes in, gets a 3-hero Dream Call, the Ice Blast follow-up. He gets it, heals himself as well. Are they going to swap out of this one? Doesn't look like that's the plan right now. No one taking a lot of damage. There's the Exorcism coming up, but Empire have already lost 3.
Wow.
This fight looks unwinnable for them. Dream Coil initiation proving to be too much for Empire to deal with. And
Ghost
Funnick
Scepter.
Lone Survivor will get the kill on Puck. He had vision in the pit, it looks like. But he'll be chased down and
The
brought
body
down.
blocks.
Poor little
Yeah.
Bambi. Triple buyback. They're going
Oh,
to
the
save
root!
Enchantress.
Oh, they don't commit.
Okay.
This could be costly. That Puck kill means these buybacks could cause a lot of problems, but doesn't look like they're going to... Again, buybacks, but no catch this side on the side of Empire.
And top is in a little pickle.
Yeah, it's going to be okay. They're going to pull it off, and the siege creeps won't be able to finish off the melee
Yeah.
racks, but this
Good
opens
time
up
for them to back
Roshan
off.
very easily. I will note that the Treant ulti, because he knew how quickly he was dying, was thrown on essentially nothing. I think even the Puck phase shifted it, so it was either a one-man overgrowth or a zero-man overgrowth. Either way, completely ineffective, and then obviously the Dream Coil, just massive with the follow-through.
And this age is just not as scary when they just use 3 buybacks. It's a
Yep.
huge
Yes.
dent in their economy. It means they're pushing without those buybacks. I think most importantly, the Weaver buyback.
And I feel like there's actually a huge dent in Empire's kill potential because of the Ghost Scepters that are currently in play. Ancient Apparition has one, Lone Druid just showed it. Both of them survived against the Enchantress because of them.
True. Casual ultimate, I'm not sure if that was a farming or harass. What was the plan of that one? It means he won't have it for this push, and he's still not at that refresher money. But I think they're going to have to wait at least a few minutes for some of these next, like the refresher to complete, the overgrowth to come back up before they go for that high ground siege attempt. And still have not taken that melee racks. This is like what game 2 could have been if Vega had held
Yeah.
that first push.
Exactly.
And just held on for like maybe 30 minutes without losing a Rax. That's what we're at right now, where Empire's like feeling really pressured to keep on pushing, take Raxes, not go too late, considering that Gyrocopter still has plenty of room to grow. The team fight of Vega just looking a whole lot scarier than anything Empire have right now as well. The Dream Call swap is just brutal in these fights. If Vengeance I feel like Vengeance considers going for the Ag Scepter. You get double swap, like you swap in, you break a Dream Call, you die, then you have another swap, you can break another Dream Call theoretically. And even if you're not getting a double like Dream Call break, it's just a very nice time to have this game.
Yeah, not bad. Oh, Enchantress can steal it though.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, no, you don't go get that's the point.
Enchantress disables that.
Good stuff, Enchantress. What a hero. No, it's fine. It's nice that there's the one hero you can't get certain items or things against.
Well, like there's so many things that destroy illusions too. Like you can mana drain it from Lion, insta kill
Yeah.
it.
So that is going to be our exorcism fight. Burning through the rocket.
Savage
and-
roam away. Just delay tactics. It's got such a short cooldown. You can spam that out a bit.
But there's no glyph here because they used it when the creeps were naturally hitting it.
Coil.
Puck is going to go and gets a coil onto. They're both
Defensive
up in
heals.
the air. Where is the AA blast? It's coming. Finally, it goes
He's with the
onto
bear?
quite a few.
Big.
The cooldown as well. They still haven't taken out the racks, and they're getting very low. The Death Prophet's up in the air. Her spirits are still
Oh, the
attacking
grip!
the pure damage. Gyrocopter's been blown up. The Rax is still standing, but they can get it anytime.
and
Funny will
Enchantress
be able
gonna
to come
clean him
back
up.
in.
No, not
Another
the
ghost.
bear. He toggled.
Okay,
He toggled
well
to dodge.
played.
Can he do it again? He does.
Oh!
Oh, he can't continue it. He dodged 2.
Too much.
But the attack speed, yeah, proven to be too much. And buyback's so limited here. It's just a lone druid. This may be it. What? The swap was? Did he misclick it? I think he swapped out the Spirit Bear when he meant to swap out one of the Dream Called heroes.
I believe.
I don't know if
that's
you guys
definitely
saw.
possible.
I think he misclicked the swap in that fight. Not entirely sure, but it definitely looked like it did not get what he was looking for.
Okay, we have 2 buybacks. Let's see if they can hold anything. The
And-
AA blast is coming a little off the mark, but
Oh.
gonna hit some. The
Completely,
cooldown.
completely off,
The
really.
bear is just going to walk into death.
Oh
It's
no,
not
this may be the end for Vega.
looking great.
They held on
Oh,
so well
they
for
did.
so long, and all it took was one team fight that did not go according to plan, and suddenly...
I think it really comes down to Aloha's Fiend script, though. That lasted for, I would say, 3 full seconds, and they were able to just completely destroy the Gyrocopter,
Yeah.
take all of his damage out. Oh, the impetus! The swap actually just makes it hurt
Yeah.
more.
And you can see how this Enchantress is just such a big threat when in Funnick's hands as well. Like, even when he has that slow start, doesn't do much in the early game, it's just like silently farming along. He's a hero Enchantress by nature is a hero you ignore. And that's where, in a big team fight like that, there was just huge damage being dealt out by the impetuses. Empire, congratulations, victorious. Vega, good sportsmanship being shown. Wishing them good luck further, as Empire will take on Team Spirit to find out the second and final team from Europe to go to the Shanghai Major. Whew, that was quite a series. Some very different stuff game after game. This one had a bit of everything. The Iron Talon Treant, the AA trying to do some jungling as well. But ultimately, it's Empire who come out on top. Not like completely convincing, I feel, from them. They'll have to kind of polish up a few things perhaps
Yeah.
before going into the match against Spirit, who I think overall have been a bit more consistent. Do you guys feel?
Yeah, I would say so. Team Spirit have pulled out some really good strategies, and they have enough flexibility that it's going to be on Empire to really make sure that they're ahead of the curve between that, because we see how quickly they can fall behind if they aren't able to execute on the same level, or if they just aren't in their comfort zone in terms of the draft goes.
All right. Well, what do you think, Nat? Spirit versus Empire? Any bold predictions?
Both of their Twitter guys post lots of cat pictures, so it's a hard toss-up.
Ooh. So
Yeah.
you don't have a favorite?
No.
Be it.
A lot of the red pandas too. They post really interesting animals.
I'll take Empire 2-1.
2-1.
Mhm.
I definitely think it'll go to all 3 games because
Yep.
it was back and forth yesterday.
Yep.
So
And Gobeck's had the opportunity to sit back, watch those games, and kind of
Mm-hmm.
see what Empire are doing. He won't be caught by surprise by like game 2 strategy with the all-in push, the Pugna. So I mean, if anything, that's something Gobek's going to put into play in this series. So it should be fun. That series coming up next, guys. That's our last series for Europe. Last series some of us will be casting. And big thanks for everyone for joining us here. And big thanks for all of you guys on the stream for viewing us. You can follow us on Twitter at BTSGods, at Lamadananda, at BlazeCasting. We're going to take a break. Then we're going to come back with the finals for Europe. It's going to be Team Spirit versus Team Empire. Don't go anywhere.